You ever done anything like this before?
No, I ain't never do this
I've
before.
never done. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't never do this
Shit. Well,
before.
like I said, we kind of have a similar story as to why we're here.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
What's so funny? Is it? Hey, listen. Can't take this dude nowhere. He gonna laugh all the time.
Yeah.
He ain't ever serious. I try to be serious. That's what you get.
Hey, look. Yeah, we do. We do have like a similar story of why we came out here.
Yeah.
Um,
So let me ask you that. Like, I don't. I feel like I have asked you, but I don't know if I've like straight up just asked you like why you moved out here. Like, I kind of have an idea, but like, I don't think I straight up just asked you like what
um,
made you decide to just move out here.
First and foremost, my name is Lazarius. I'm originally from Chicago. Um, I'm 26 years old. And back to your question is, at first, uh, at first I wasn't even gonna move to Arizona. Like I wasn't. A friend of mine, I known her probably like 2018. Um, yeah, I met her, and then I ended up like 2 or 3 years coming out here with my other friends. We visiting Arizona and things like that. Um, I started to like it. Like it was like a different scenery than Chicago.
Sure.
Um, and I pretty much just got tired of Chicago. Just like I was in the hood, so like I was used
Right.
to all the shooting and things like that. So I got tired of it. I just wanted, a whole different scenery, meet new people and things like that. And then, I took the leap of faith and just moved out there.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's funny you said leap of faith because like for me it was the same thing too.
Yeah.
So I lived the first 20 years of my life in the same house in Northeast California. My name's Luke, by the way. I'll do the same intro you did. I lived in California the first 20 years of my life, and I was the same thing with you. I never wanted to move. I didn't really like where I lived. It wasn't the nicest place. When you think of Los Angeles, right? You think of the beach and the mountains and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
facts.
But where I lived, it wasn't like that. It was
Uh,
like kind of just, it was like in the valley area, so it wasn't the prettiest to see. And so
yeah.
but I always like knew I wanted to move, but like just the thought of actually doing it, I was just like, nah, I don't want to do it. It's just
Yeah.
like when it actually comes to the day of like you could talk about how you want to do something one day, and then when it
Fact.
comes to the day you want to do it, you're just like, nah, I can't do it.
Yeah, facts.
So that was kind of the same thing for me. I was just comfortable, and so
Mm.
the thought of moving was just like not something I was down for. So um, what happened was with me, my parents were talking about moving because my dad retired. He was a firefighter,
Right.
and so their goal was when they retired, they wanted to move out of state, which was to move here to
Mm.
Arizona. So when they did, I wasn't able to really live on my own yet. So I was like, all right, I wasn't crazy about doing it because, kind of the same thing with you. You have all your friends there, you still have family there, and,
Yeah.
it's always going to be home to you. So, like, when you think about leaving your friends and family, you're just like, you don't want to do that, you know?
Mm.
Well, for me, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you still have friends that you were cool with there and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's always going to be home for sure. So it wasn't like, for me, it was kind of the same thing because, like, when you first move out here, you're kind of like starting from all over again because you don't know nobody. Like, you knew a few people, but for me, I didn't know really
Um,
anybody out here.
I know like 2, 3 people.
Yeah. But you gotta start all over again. You gotta make
No,
friends
facts.
again. You gotta go out and get a job. You gotta
No.
do all these things like you're starting from square one again. So that's just something that at first it wasn't easy, but like looking back at it now, dude, like moving out here was definitely one of the best things that I could have done
Yeah.
for sure, because I think just out here there's way more opportunity as far as jobs and like for me, um, my career goal is to be a firefighter and
Right.
out there in California, there just wasn't that much opportunity. They didn't have that many departments out there
Mm.
that were hiring. But out here, there's like every city has its own department and they're hiring like crazy.
Yeah.
So for me, like it just made sense, like I didn't want to do it, but like the signs were there, it's
Yeah.
like there was clear doors that were opening for me to want to move out here. And
Yeah.
so uh, I just knew that I had to do it. It wasn't gonna be easy at first, but I did it, and now that I'm out here, I feel like it's been like 2 years now. I think for me, I
Yeah,
know for you, I
2 years.
don't know if it's been the same for you.
Altogether, it's been 2 years. But like my first year moved down here, I had moved back after a year, and
Yeah.
then I had just came back out here like last of August. So
Hmm.
it's going to be 2 years in August altogether.
Yeah. But
And I'm
yeah, I love it out here. I mean, I'm super glad I did it. I mean,
yeah,
it's like right now it's like 110 degrees outside. So like the
yeah,
summers
it's
are
brutal.
rough,
Yeah, it's definitely
but
brutal.
other than that though, like this place is
Uh,
Arizona is definitely a
yeah.
good spot to be.
And some you said that as far as the signs and things like that, like for me, before I even like moved, you know, I asked, I prayed to God, had a conversation with Him, and pretty much it was just Him giving me the signs to move. That's why I really took like moved because it's like He gave me the signs to do it, and because I was like, yeah, then again, like I liked Arizona, but I'm like, I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to move, and this not for me.
Yeah.
So I just waited on him to give me the signs, and he gave me the signs. And like you say, it's the best decision I made because it's like it's a lot of opportunity. It's a lot of new people. I mean, it's a lot of people out here that I just been networking with, rubbing elbows with
Yeah.
different people. So it's Arizona great, man.
Yeah.
Arizona definitely great.
And the beauty about Arizona too is like there's so many people just like us where like you've met so many people that are from all over the country.
Yeah,
They all move here and it's like they all kind of have a similar story. It's like, oh, I'm from Washington and I wanted to move down here for the same reason. Oh, I'm from Wisconsin, Florida, like Texas,
yeah.
Florida.
I
There's
met
so
someone,
many people from all over the place that kind of have the same thing.
and I had met someone from Arkansas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Arkansas.
I'm
I'm
telling
like,
it's yeah.
and if I'm not mistaken, I think she said, Antarctica, bro. That's what threw me off, bro. I'm like, Antarctica. This when I used to work in Walmart, and she was asking about like a certain product or things like that, and then she was like, "Yeah, I'm from Antarctica," and I'm like, "Antarctica." Ain't that was my first time ever hearing that, bro. I'm like, dang,
Talk about a climate change. It moved
yeah,
from the freaking always cold to always hot. That's insane.
yeah. I ain't mean to say Arkansas. It was Antarctica. That's what it was,
Oh, okay.
Antarctica.
I was gonna say I'm like Arkansas. I mean,
It's not.
ain't
Yeah,
that
no,
crazy?
no.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
was Antarctica.
Antarctica.
It was
Okay.
Antarctica. It was Antarctica. She
That's
had,
definitely
but she
crazy.
was looking for something that they sell back at home, and that's when she told me. I'm like, bro, what? Antarctica? That was my first time ever hearing somebody say that. I'm like, so I'm
Damn.
asking her. I'm like, how is it out there? She like, it gets dark super fast. It's cold.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah. I've you know it's funny. I've met a couple people from Alaska. I've met like three people and a few like I think one of them for sure is from my work
Yeah.
or like yeah no two of them. They're from Alaska.
Uh,
I'm like what's it like living in Alaska? They're like saying kind of the same thing. Like they have 6 months of all daylight and then 6 months of all nighttime.
yeah,
I'm like, that's just crazy. Like
bro.
people can just live in that type of place, but then it seems like everyone ends up down here somehow. So that's
It,
like the cool thing about Arizona.
yeah, it's definitely like with Arizona. It's different. It's definitely different. Like it's so many people out here now. Like at first, when my first year moving out here, because I stayed in
Mhm.
we still in Surprise, but um, like in Surprise, it wasn't really a lot of people out here at first. Now, oh, it's
It's
just busy.
yeah, no,
It's
it's crazy. And so like I'll tell you this. So like I'm trying to get on the fire department for a surprise, like currently testing for 'em right now. And
yeah,
so you kind of like I get to hear some of the things like that kind of go behind the scenes as far as the city and stuff. And it's like in the last 4 years, the population for Surprise has grown like over like 30%. It's insane. And
that's
so
crazy.
like, and they talk about trying to build like a new fire station like every 2 years. So like you think like it's big now.
Mhm.
The plans that they have for the future, you wouldn't even believe. You're just like, damn,
Yeah,
for
I
real?
remember one of my friends, Kawan, he had showed me like um I think it was like a map kind of,
Mhm.
but but it was no, it was actually like a future development, and they was like thinking about building like a mall out here, like another plaza. I'm like, bro, this crazy. Y'all
Yeah,
already thinking about building like another mall in Surprise? Cause you
yeah.
remember they didn't have the casino over there in Waldale,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they just built that. So I'm like, bro, they just steady building things. So it's nuts.
It's yeah. I mean, the city seems to definitely be well funded too. It's like
Yeah,
they just like the growth is crazy. It's kind of cool to see it, like, because I was like the same way. Like when I first moved out here, like there was a lot more farmland and stuff. Like Surprise used to be like known for its like farmland. There's a lot of
bro.
fields and stuff, and now it's like now it's all like developed.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how people stay on farmhouses,
What do
bro.
you mean, like?
Like, it's so many farmhouses in Arizona that I like ran into.
Oh
And
yeah,
bro, I don't do animals. So like all the animals they have, I'm like, no, I can't do it.
yeah. No, some people like
Couldn't do it.
some people love that, but it's like it's cool. But then they like you see these people with farms, but they're gonna get bought out by these companies, like these warehouses
Yeah.
and like these big development companies. They're gonna come in and they're gonna outbid them for their land because they got
Hmm.
more money. And
Yeah.
so
Facts.
it's like it's cool, but at the same time, like you know, if it's like a family owned farm that's been there for generations and stuff, like
Yeah.
that kind of sucks. But yeah, it's just it's growing like crazy and it's only gonna get bigger. Like this, like I said, it's just the start of what their plans are for here. So it's crazy. And it's not just here, like Surprise, like you go down to the east side of Phoenix, like
Yeah.
Santan Valley, Queen Creek,
See, I never
all
been
the
there.
Gilbert, it's the same thing. Like all of Arizona,
Yeah.
all of the Phoenix area is just growing like crazy because people like us.
Yeah.
People move out here
Yeah, it's a lot of people moving out here.
and it's just like it's almost rare to like I don't know if like you notice the same thing. Like it's rare to find somebody who's like lived out here their whole life. Like one thing I've
That's
always
how
asked,
crazy it is, bro.
yeah,
Every time I talk to someone, they from a different state, bro.
yeah, because you always ask, so where are you from? Because you're kind of expecting them to be like, I'm from here.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not going to be like, I'm from Arizona. So
It's always someone from a different state.
yeah.
So I want to ask this, like, what's the pros and cons? As like, you've been in Arizona for 2 years. What's the pros and cons so far?
Well, the biggest con, as you know, is probably going to be the summers. But
Yeah.
honestly, the thing is, I know people are kind of like talking about how they hate the summers here. It just takes like 1 or 2 summers, I feel like, till you finally get used to it, until you're finally like, you got to
Yeah.
work around it, right?
Yeah,
In the
you definitely
summertime,
do.
you got to like, if you're going to go out and do something, you got to do it in the morning. You got to do it early.
Yeah.
And then once it hits like 12 o'clock, from like 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock, it's like when the hottest temperatures hit. So you just got to plan accordingly to that. So definitely the heat for sure. Um, I feel like the drivers out here, dude, are like insane.
Bro, they drive
'Cause
too fast.
they drive fast. Like Arizona, and this is something I knew before I moved out here. Arizona has aggressive ass drivers. They're
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
They drive over the speed. I don't think anybody here drives the speed limit. I think everybody
No.
goes at least 10 to 15 over,
20.
20 over. And it's like, so the drivers for sure are a con. Heat's definitely a con. I feel like now the living expenses are going up. I feel like it's getting more and more expensive. And I saw this thing the other day. I know you were talking about it too, is like it's now becoming one of the most expensive places to live because everyone's moving out here. So
Yeah.
the cost of living's going to go up. So that definitely sucks, especially for someone like me who I still live with my parents and I'm trying to get out from under their roof. So
Yeah.
knowing that it's going up definitely sucks. So the living, I'd say, the heat, the drivers, that's pretty much it as far as I think the cons. I think the pros would be the non-summer months for
Oh,
sure.
facts.
I
Definitely.
think in the wintertime, I think the fall time, it's beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. The best time.
I think there's more to do out here than what people think too. I think, if you go up north, like into like Flagstaff,
Never
because we
been.
do have mountains,
Yeah.
we do. So like you got the Grand Canyon and stuff. So there is
Mm.
sightseeing you could do, Sedona, stuff like that. There's cool places to go explore. If you just got to get out of like the Phoenix area,
Mm.
and you could actually see some nice things. Yeah, definitely that. I think the people like depends. There's a lot of people, so like there's good people, there's also bad people. So
Yeah, that's where every place.
that's with every place. So that's what I think the pros are. I think there's just a lot of opportunity, like job wise, too, out here compared to like at least where I was from. I think there's more opportunity to be successful and to like kind of
Mm-hmm.
start your own brand or your own company, depend on like what
Oh
it was
yeah.
you wanted to do. I
Right.
think there's just opportunity out here to network with people, and I think that's definitely a pro with Arizona. But what do you think pros and cons for Arizona
I'm
would
gonna
be?
start with the cons. The
Yep.
cons is like you said, the summer. Um, I would say another con is running into animals, man. Cause like I'm from Chicago, so
Okay. Oh yeah.
a lot of animals that we have out here, I don't have back at home. Like
Yeah.
a javelina. I didn't even know what that word or what that was at first.
Oh yeah.
So when I seen a javelina, bro, I was shocked. I'm like, oh my god. In Arizona, you have snakes,
Mm-hmm.
bro. I hate snakes. So you got like different, you got different animals out here that you got to get used to as well. Another con is probably see with the living situation. I see that I can go both ways with it because yeah, it is getting higher. But that then again, it's our economy. You
Yeah.
know,
It's everywhere.
our economy is not as bad. I mean, our economy is bad right now. I'm gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
But in Chicago, the prices are higher than Arizona.
It's same with California too.
So
It's the
it's
same.
like
Yeah.
I can go like back and forth with it. But besides that, my pros like the fall. You have opportunities where you can meet so many people out here. Especially me being from Chicago, I just feel like Chicago is sometimes it's like it's hard to network with good people because a lot of times people like to stay to themselves.
Yep.
So, but out here, a lot of people like to talk. Like I had a lot of people walk up to me and introduce themselves to me and things like that. So I say, meet new people. Another pro is what's another pro that I can say with Arizona?
I
It's a.
think-
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like the scenery,
Yeah.
like bro, the scenery crazy.
They don't talk about the sunsets here as much
Nah,
as they
bro,
should.
the mountains and things like
Yeah.
that, bro. That's crazy. I'll say that too. Like
Yeah.
the scenery is nuts, bro.
Oh, I got one con. We don't get enough rain here.
Yeah.
We,
I got another con
we
too.
got no rain here. I mean, we get the monsoons, which
Yeah, I was just about to say that the
So,
monsoon. Like nobody talk about that.
nobody talks about what a monsoon is or the dust storms, the
Yeah.
haboobs. It's just like I remember someone was telling me like we got a monsoon coming in. I'm like, a what? Like
Yeah.
a monsoon. I'm like, what the hell's a monsoon? Like it's just like, and it's like all of a sudden it'll be like a nice sunny day, like not even a cloud in the sky. All of a sudden, clouds come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's gray. It's raining. There's thunder and lightning, and it floods. And you're
Uh-huh.
like, bro, it was like 20 minutes ago. It was just like sunny outside.
Yeah.
And like that
Then you
was
see the
something.
sand picking up. I'm like, oh yeah, it's time for me to go in the house.
And like you'd be driving. Like I remember I got caught driving in one of them.
I did too.
And I'm just like, what the hell is this? Like no one warned me about. Nobody
Yeah.
warned you. Nobody warns you about those things. And I think this year we're supposed to have a good monsoon year too. So it's like
Yeah, no
It-
one talks about that.
if you're just moving out here, just be aware that it in like between June and August, it's the monsoons. And I know they don't sound crazy at first, but like when they hit,
They
it
hit
will
hard.
it will flood too.
Yeah,
They will
facts.
flood the streets, and especially those dust storms too. Something they don't ever talk about, but
They
they
really
get some weird
don't.
weather out here.
Everybody, I feel like everyone talks about the heat. Everyone talks about another con, food, bro. food out here, horrible.
So look, this is.
Horrible.
I think there's levels to this, right? Because where I'm from, okay, well, look, it depends on what kind of food you're talking about. Like the Mexican food in California, that's obviously gonna be a winner. But
Right.
everything else, like where I'm from, at least, we didn't have that many food options. So out here, there's more food options what I had there. So out here, I would say the food's better out here than there. But for you, it's different. So that's why I'm saying I
yeah,
think
it's
there's
different,
there's levels to it. And I think Arizona maybe is like in the middle, and then maybe I was here and you were here. So like for you it was a downgrade, but for me it was honestly an
Yeah, it's a
upgrade.
downgrade, bro.
So like why like what kind of food
Bro,
does Chicago have?
anything you could think of, you could get in Chicago, bro. Anything.
Even like good Mexican food
yeah,
too?
yes, bro.
Really?
Yes, bro. You go to Chicago, you can go to any Mexican spot. I ain't gonna say any Mexican spot, but
Yeah.
a lot of times our Mexican food, bro, is good, bro. That's what I love. I love Mexican food, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, it's good, bro. I'm telling you. And Puerto Rican food. Oh my god, bro.
See, we didn't even have anything like that. But it's interesting like how we
bro.
had different views of it. Like for me, I was like, dang, there's some good food options out here. And for you, it's like the exact opposite.
It's the opposite,
It's
bro.
interesting. Oh, and then another thing too. I'm glad like we're gonna compare things that Californians say to Chicago people say.
Right.
When you said where were we? We were going somewhere sometime, and you're
Right.
like, "Oh yeah, just hop on the E-way." I was like, "The fuck?"
Oh yeah.
So that's the thing that you guys
lingo.
say: the E-way or the expressway, right?
No, we say it. Yeah, we say the
You say the
E-way.
E-way, right?
Some people say the expressway, but I
Yeah.
usually when I'm on the phone, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm about to hop on the E-way.
Yeah. See, if you're from California, you know that nobody from California says E-way. It's always freeway.
Yeah.
Freeway, 210 freeway,
Oh.
The 101 freeway, or sometimes we say highway, but highway is like smaller, like a big freeway,
Yeah.
like our big, whatever you want to call it. It's always going to be freeway. And that's just how everyone in California says it. And it's funny to hear you call it something different.
Yeah,
And
bro.
you're just like,
I literally say E. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to hop on the E-way.
I was like,
And then when I get out here too, a lot of people be like, yeah, I'm on a 101 or the 303.
yeah, they just call it by the number.
And I'm like, what's the 101 and the 303? Then
The
I had to
303
get
loop.
Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
get used to that.
Yeah.
And then like streets, bro, I don't know no streets out here, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I know a few, but like only like in the Surprise area.
Yeah.
Because like, it's funny. That's how people have lived out here for a long time.
Mm.
Be like, oh yeah, I'm over on 99th and Thunderbird. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Or
I don't know where
I'm on the 17th.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know no streets.
Yeah.
You just need to tell me, just send me your location, bro,
Yeah,
or give me the exact address.
Exactly. Yeah. Because if you notice, it's like Arizona, like the valley is like a giant grid.
Yeah.
So I think that's why, like, if you lived here long enough, it's like a grid. So
Yeah.
they know, like,
They know everything.
they know
bro.
everything. And
Yeah, facts.
it's funny to hear, like, and they do the same thing too. Like, oh yeah, you take the 202 loop to the 17.
Mhm.
It's like,
Bro,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going on Google Maps and look up the address
Yo.
and follow Google Maps.
You have to. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's like what older people do too. Like they could just
Right.
like know the cross streets, they write it down, and they'll be at the exact location you told them to. I'm just
Yeah.
like, bro, I need to put that in my phone.
And as I'm thinking about it, it's another con. Bro, people out here cannot cut hair, bro. You know how
Yeah.
many times people, you know how many times I got my line and pushed back, bro?
Really?
Yes, bro. I've been pissed, bro. Because it's like, in Chicago, I'm telling you, Chicago is one of the best cities in the world, bro. We got everything, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like, but when I came out here, bro, finding a barber, that was one of the hardest things because I had to go through my trials and tribulations, bro. Had to, bro, because I'm getting my line and pushed back. I'm going to this barber, I'm going to that barber. This barber don't do something I don't like. This
Yeah.
barber don't like. But I finally found a great barber actually in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy Cardi.
I was gonna say, I think you would eventually find one, especially because there's so many people moving out here. It's like you're gonna eventually find someone that's gonna do what you want. I feel like.
Yeah, I found a good one. He's in Phoenix, his barbershop is 24K hair studio in Phoenix. So shout out my boy Cardi.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's yeah. For me though, like obviously, we're not gonna go to the same
no,
the same place. So like for me, it's just like I gotta keep my hair short anyways,
yeah,
especially for what I'm doing. I can't grow it out or nothing like that.
yeah, me too.
I can barely even like I
I-
can barely even have facial hair. Like I'm gonna have to cut it probably tomorrow, because with the firefighting thing, because I'm in this thing called the cadet program. So it's
Mhm.
like people are trying to become firefighters, and so you get the opportunities to go like train and go do ride along and stuff. Just kind of like basically putting your foot through the door
Yeah,
as far as getting started, and as well as like getting familiar with the department too. That's like what it's meant for. So you're able to go to different stations, meet all these different guys, and so that way when you do like apply and when you
yeah,
do try to get hired, like they're gonna recognize your face. Like, oh yeah, we've seen this kid before because
mhm.
he's been in the program already. So that's kind of the benefit of it. But
Right,
one thing is, yeah, you gotta like with facial hair in the fire department. First of all, it's like you can't grow a beard. Like no matter how long you're in, you can't have a beard at all.
for real.
And yeah, and when you're on probation too, or like in the if you're in the cadet program like me, or like you're about to get hired, all the way up until probation, you can't grow a mustache at all either. Until after probation is when you can grow a mustache, and it's not just Arizona thing. That's
Yeah,
like a firefighter thing anywhere. It's like
yeah, that
that's
job
kind
ain't
of
for me.
like you kind of can tell like they say like you can earn your mustache
Hmm.
when you completed probation, you went through that year and it's over, then you can like you can start to grow a mustache. So that's kind of like the reward you could say
No
of
gold tee.
nope,
Oh yeah,
nothing. You clean like
I'm definitely
all
ain't doing
clean.
that.
So
Now I want see. I'm scared of heights, so I'm not doing no becoming no firefighter. No,
yeah,
I'm scared of heights, bro.
it's definitely one of those jobs where you have to like not be scared of being up like 4 or 5 stories of that.
Nope.
I mean, out here at least, because like you go be a firefighter in like in the downtown city,
Yeah.
not maybe not even Phoenix, like Chicago, New
Mhm.
York, somewhere where they got like a bit like a 30, 40 story building. Like,
Oh,
dude, you gotta, yeah,
yeah, that job ain't for me. That, but
no,
that. I'm glad you doing. That. I'm glad you found something that you
yeah,
wanted to do.
it's it's a long process. I mean,
Yeah.
you just gotta be patient with it because like this is gonna be the second time now for me that I'm going around trying to get hired, and so
Yeah.
there's like a lot of people. Like with Surprise, there was over 600 people that put application in.
Right.
There was like maybe under 300 people that were able to take the test.
Uh huh.
So it's like there's a lot of people that are like trying to get this. So,
Right.
and they're only going to take like 10 or 15 guys this time around. Now, luckily, they'll hire again because they're always going to end up hiring.
Mm.
But it's just like, if you don't get hired this time around, then you just got to be like, dang, okay, what do I do now? Because like where I'm working now is cool. I like where I work, but I need to like move on to something better, And if I don't get hired this time around in the fire department, I will at least want to do something a little bit more kind of geared up to
Okay.
what I'm doing.
And
So,
what would that be?
I thought about working for AMR, which is an ambulance company, just
Okay.
something like ill in that field, if that
Right.
makes sense. So
They hiring?
they're always hiring, yeah. So I did put application for one. There's a couple. I kind of just been waiting to see on what the status of how this goes, and then
Then you gonna go
and
from
then
there?
I'm just gonna go from there.
Okay.
Just so
Okay.
that way, like at least I know I'm moving somewhat in the right direction.
Yeah.
Even if it's not like the big step I want to take, maybe I just take like half a step, which
Yeah.
would be ambulance for AMR. So that's kind of how it is for me. I think anybody that takes a test for fire department, they know that it could be a long process.
Yeah.
It could be a lot of waiting, and you don't get in right away, even if you feel like you did great, because there's gonna be so many other candidates. So it's something that I think requires a lot of patience.
Is that
do.
that process? I want to ask this: Is that process like becoming a police officer, or is it two total
Uh,
different?
I think it's a little different. I think with the police thing, I don't want to like say it's easier, but I think I think their process is different. I know you got to go through all these different things. Talked about me. I want to be a firefighter, right? It's my goal. We ain't really talk about
But
what is it that you do. Like, tell
I
me.
do everything in the books.
All right.
No, I'm just but right now, I have a business, credit repair business I started in 2021. I've been doing that, and I also been, working a job on the side. Um, and I pretty much like I want to become like a big time, entrepreneur, or business owner. Just in a financial side, or just like a big investor. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so that's one of my goals is to really become successful in the business world. So that's pretty much what I do. Um, the reason why I do it is because, like, for me, a lot of times, like, thinking about the bigger picture, thinking about the younger kids and things like that, our school system doesn't teach us about finance. You
No, it
know,
doesn't.
they don't teach us about finance. They don't teach us about credit. They don't teach us taxes and things like that. They don't teach us how to
Yeah.
become an entrepreneur. Like I get a lot of people, we got a lot of people say, "Oh, go get your degree in college for business." But here's the thing: they the instructors that teaching us,
Mm-hmm.
they haven't experienced business. They just reading it from a book.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can I learn from someone that ain't never experienced what I'm doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
They never got in the field and did the things that I'm trying to do now.
Right.
So like for me, it's all right, I want to make a change.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make a change. I want to be able to, flip this thing around where now I'm teaching about finance. I'm teaching about credit. Not only for us and older people, but also for the younger people. Like I want everyone to know about finance, how money works, how to leverage, how to invest it, how credit is one of the most important things in this world, because it gives you more opportunities to make money work for you. You
Right.
know, so especially with this economy now, it's like everything is getting high.
Right.
So if you got your credit in order and things like that, it gives you an opportunity where you don't really have to worry about the economy because
Mm-hmm.
if you invest your money right and you leverage your credit right, where you can make more money, then you won't worry about the economy. So that's the reason why I do what I do.
That's good. I think from what I got from it is you're doing it because you're seeing people struggle. And not only are you seeing people struggle, you're not seeing anybody else help. So you're kind of just saying, you know what? If no one else is going to help these people, I might as well be the one to do it. I might as well take it in my own hands and do it because
Yeah, fact.
you don't want to see and watch from the sidelines because no one, like you're right, nobody else is doing that. And um, to the whole thing about like school and college, right? Because I think that's like a whole nother thing we could talk about. I
Mm,
think the biggest mistake people can make, and this is coming from one of my best friends, did the same thing is if you go to college, like you got to make sure if you go to college, you got to make sure that like that's for sure what you want to do. I think the
mm,
biggest mistake people do is they go to like a 4 year college, but they don't really know what they want to do. They're just
facts.
going and they put all this money in. Like my friend finally, he went like, was it 3 years ago? And he
Hmm.
finally was able to pay off his loan.
Yeah.
So it's like the biggest mistake people can make is they go to college, they go to this 4 year, they spend all this money, but then like halfway through, they're thinking this is not something I want to do, or
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to do.
Facts.
So it's like college in a way can be overrated in my opinion, just
Hmm.
because like another thing too is people go college, right? They get their degree and then they have this lovely degree, they know they have it on their wall, whatever.
Yeah.
But then they get to the real world and now they're just like, dude, I can't even get a job.
Yeah.
I One of my other friends, he went and got his bachelor's for business, right? He worked his ass off. He went to college and all this and he got out. He got a job now, so it's cool. But at first he's like, dude, I've applied to all these places, and I have had no luck getting a job
Yeah.
anywhere. So it's like you go to school, you get your degree, and then you get out and you're like, dude, I'm like struggling to find a job
Mm,
anywhere. It's like I have all the things I need, but it's like I'm having no luck getting a job
yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah, and that's like for me, like with the whole credit thing, with the whole credit business and things like that. I just wanted to be able to create a lane for people where they don't know what they want to do,
Yeah.
right? So now I'm creating a program. I'm creating a program where now I'm giving you a lot of game and different plans where you're able to go make money for yourself and
Mhm.
then really figure out what you want to do in this world. You know,
Right.
that's what I'm trying to do. Not even trying to, but in the process of doing. Um, just creating a different lane for people and a different opportunity for a lot of people out here. Because you know it's tough out here. Like when I went to college, I
Yeah.
didn't know what I wanted to do. Well,
Mhm.
I actually did. I don't laugh, but I was big on Criminal Minds on
Yeah.
Netflix. I think it was on Netflix, but I was big on watching Criminal Minds, and I'm like, you know what? I want to be an FBI agent just because I was watching the show. So I went to school for criminal justice.
Mhm.
But then I'm like, I thought about it. I'm like, I really don't want to do this, you
Right.
know. And so I had just stopped going to college. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna go because
Yeah.
it's like I'm wasting time in here. And then we get into a point now that like degrees really don't matter.
No.
Like I'm gonna be honest with you, degrees really don't matter. So now that I'm thinking about that and seeing a lot of people spending 60, 70, 80,000 or 100,000 and they getting degrees and can't
E
not get a job, you know?
exactly, yeah. That
So I'm like, all right, what can I do to solve a bigger problem in this world and then be able to create a lane or create an opportunity or a program where I'm giving people opportunity to make money or come up with a plan for themselves to be able to make money, be able to invest in things like that so
yeah.
they can really figure out what they want to do in this world.
Yeah.
So,
And it's important too is like, yeah, like I've seen now from a few people, like they get this degree and then they have to go work at Seeking like a fast food place
yeah,
because the job that they want to get, it's like their degree is almost like it's almost worthless in a way.
facts.
And it's like it sucks because they worked their tail off to get that degree. It
Yeah.
wasn't just easy to, school's not easy. To get that
Mm,
degree, it wasn't easy.
yeah.
So they worked their tail off to get it and then they get out. And I think the biggest like misunderstanding is people just think that when you finally get your degree, there's just going to be jobs waiting for you
Facts.
to walk in the door. And that's just simply
Facts.
not the case. And I think it's important that that's more known because I feel like people don't understand that. People think, okay, now that I have this business degree or this engineer degree, I'm just like I'm basically have a job now.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not like that.
Facts.
And I think it's important that people don't go down that rabbit hole of like now they're in a place where they're stuck and they have limited options what they can do.
And I'm glad you said that because a lot of times they like the school and parents they say go to college, go to college, go to college, but no one's talking about the debt that we get in.
Yeah.
Like we telling kids to go to college, and then now they are what 80 or $100,000 in the hole.
Yeah.
Now they get into the real world, they already starting in debt.
Right.
And then it takes a while for them to pay it back.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you really want to go to college?
Yeah.
You know what
Because
I mean?
you could yeah.
And I just feel like this. I feel like college, don't get me wrong. I feel like college is only for certain careers, like doctors
Yeah.
or um lawyers, like things like that, them big careers, all right,
Mhm.
you go to school for. Besides that,
Right.
I don't see a reason why you going to school.
Well, and then two, I think like there's different colleges, right?
Yeah.
So I went to community college. I think community college is way better than a 4 year because the thing with community college is you could go to community college and if it ain't for you, you're not in this big hole like a 4 year.
Facts.
I think
Facts. I
the
did that too.
difference with a 4 year and a community college, a 4 year, you gotta like you kind of have to like you're basically signing yourself up for
Right.
like that. And to be able to back out of a 4 year is just something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Community college, not a big deal. You can take a couple classes. You could say the same for me. And,
Mhm.
you're going to spend some money in community college because obviously nothing's free, but community college, it's not as big of a hole. You
Yeah.
wouldn't put yourself in like that kind of debt with community college. So I think community college
Is a better route.
is definitely a better route to go. And community college, dude, offers pretty much the same things that a 4 year does. Maybe it's not as good, but community college offers some pretty solid things
Yeah.
too. So um, I don't think you really need a 4 year to really be successful. I think
Um,
unless like there's a certain program they offer or whatever. But I really just think that 4 year colleges or could just be overrated half the time.
yeah, and like I say with the degrees, a lot of people go get degrees,
Mm-hmm.
be like like I say, $80,000 to $90,000 in debt, and then they job, the salary of the job is only 85, maybe 90,000.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take you a while to even pay this back.
Yeah.
And and then it's like, how long is the process of you getting this job? Like you
Right.
don't even know how long it's gonna take you to get this job.
Right.
Because now in this new age, like internet content, it's so much easier to make money. So it's like,
yeah.
bro, you don't need no degree.
Well,
But I
it's-
feel like a lot of people just stuck in their ways.
What's crazy too is like, you go in, so let's say, like an engineering position, right? Because
Yeah.
I had another friend that did that. It's like he's got his degree, right? But guess what? So does everybody else that's applying for that position,
Yeah.
right? So what makes you more special than them? That
Mhm.
guy over there or that guy over there, they got the same degree you got.
Yeah.
So what exactly makes you more special than them? And then
Mhm.
it's just like, damn, I didn't think of that. Like I thought because I had this degree, I
You gonna
had
get
it made, but no, you need that degree to even for them to even look at you.
Uh-uh.
And it's like everyone's got that degree.
Yeah.
So what else do you got? And then it's just like, see, it's like you're gonna need more and more just to get what, yeah, like you said, 70,000, 80,000 entry
Bro,
level
it's
job or
crazy.
something like
Yeah,
that.
it's crazy, bro. Like, bro, it's crazy how after you graduate college, you hit the real world. You already starting debt.
Yep, you already starting
like
off in debt. You
like
already in
it's-
the negative.
Like it's backwards, and a lot of people not talking about that. Like I feel like that's need to
Mhm.
be talked about even more. It's like you hitting the real world in debt. Now
Right.
now you got to pay this back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just feel like it's backwards. And then I'm gonna say this though. Trade school, that's a great
Mhm.
route to go to.
Yeah.
Like trade school, all right, that's different. Cause you got different trades that actually make great money and it's
Mhm.
not as high as a 4 year college.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, not all colleges are bad. There's
Yeah.
some like community college or trade school that
Trade
are
school is
like
definitely
good.
a good
Yeah.
route. But 4 year degree and you don't know what you want to do,
Mhm.
you wasting money. You put
Right.
yourself in the hole.
Right.
But if you going for a doctor, a lawyer, or them big time careers, all right, that's different.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, then too, I think you got to look at it's like, okay, if you really want this degree, you got to like think about it like, okay, how useful is this degree?
Yeah.
Because seems like a lot of these degrees people are getting they're not being put to use. I
Yeah.
think a lot of times too, people get these degrees and then they just do something that has nothing to do with the degree they got. So
Yeah.
it's like you got to ask yourself, is my degree, is it going to be useful? Am I going to be able to put this degree to use when I get older, when I get out of college? And I
Yeah.
think a lot of times it's like they don't end up doing that, and it's like, okay, so what did you spend all that time, all that money, and what's it being used for now?
Yeah, facts. And then it's like I know someone that got their masters and their bachelors, and I don't know specifically how much they're in debt, but I
Yeah.
know it's a lot.
Right.
And then it's like, how much is the salary for this job you go for?
Yeah.
Because I know it's probably like the same amount,
Mm-hmm.
or say your salary a little bit more, 10
Right.
or 10 to 20,000 more.
Yeah.
It's still gonna take you a long period of time to pay this debt back.
Right. And I think it's important too that we say it's like getting these degrees isn't easy.
Yeah,
Like,
don't get me
schooling
wrong.
for it. So it's like it's one of those things like I don't want somebody to work their ass off for something
Yeah,
just for it to not be put to use.
facts.
And that's what's going on. Is like getting these degrees, make no mistake, it's hard.
It's hard.
The
yeah,
tests
for
you got to
sure.
take,
Yeah, for
dude,
sure.
that's not easy at all.
Yeah,
And then it's like you don't want to work hard for something that it's not going to benefit you. So that's
Yeah.
why it's like don't do that unless it's something you really want to do. It's
Yeah, and
like,
that's why I do in the process of doing what I want to do
yeah.
is it's for the people. It's
Hmm.
just creating that different lane, like I say, for for the people, giving them different opportunities. Because like you say, like I hate seeing people go to college and they already like going to college and then they graduate and then they starting in debt.
Yep.
Like I hate seeing it. I
Yeah.
hate seeing it because it shouldn't be like that. It should
No.
be the opposite around where you hitting life. I mean, you hitting the real world zero debt.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you just, all right, what should I do? You know what I mean? As far as like you working, you could work a job, save your money, just figure out
Hmm.
what you want to do instead of being in debt when you hit the real world. Now
Yeah.
you got to pay what $600-700 to pay this
Yeah.
loan down.
And yeah, not only it's like it's almost two cons. Think about it.
Yeah,
You're in debt and you're also struggling to find the
find a
job you
job.
have. So you got two issues. It's not just one, it's two.
Yeah,
So it's like, yeah, man, it's tough because people don't look at it that way, and these are good people. These people don't deserve to be because
no,
these
facts.
people want to do good, right?
Yeah,
Whatever it is they're pursuing.
yeah,
So it's just not fair to them. So
and
it's important that they know now because they probably just don't think of stuff like that.
and that's why I said like I'm going to do it though. I'm going to create something where
Mm-hmm.
people have an opportunity to really change their life and change their situation because a lot of times, bro, people work their butt off just to be in this messed up situation.
Yeah.
And then now they regret even going to college. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So it's like,
100%.
and when
I've
I'm
seen it.
talking to people, I'm like, I feel bad because I'm like, man, I wish you would have known this before.
Yep.
Because if you would have known this before, you probably wouldn't even went to college. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And I think the sad part about it too is like nobody warns you about that.
No,
Maybe
facts,
some good people warn you, but the college ain't gonna warn you.
facts.
They're gonna want you to. They're not gonna tell you all the cons because
Uh-huh.
if you're willing to spend money to go to that college, they're gonna make it sound like it's all sunshine and rainbows,
Yeah,
but it's not. And that's the sad part about it is I think people just get fooled thinking that it's all gonna be this one way ticket to success, but
facts.
it's not. And nobody tells you that. The colleges for sure won't.
Yeah.
And if you're not around the right people, they won't either. So it's like,
Mhm.
who's going to tell you these things?
Yeah.
Who's going to tell you you're going to start off in the negatives? Who's going to tell you that you're going to have a hard time finding a job, even though you have the degree you worked your tail off
Yeah.
for? No one tells you these things.
Not at all. Not at all. And that's why I'm speaking up. That's why we having this conversation. Just
Yeah.
so people can really think about, their decisions and think about, should I go to college or should I not? Or
Mhm.
is it like, all right, let me think and figure out what do I really want to do before I make this decision going to college.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know what you want to do, man, don't waste the money. But then
Yeah.
again, it comes down to this too. Some parents some parents have money for their kids
Mm-hmm.
as far as the college fund and things like that. So that's different.
Yeah.
Because you going to school, you going to school kind of free because your parents paying for it.
Yeah.
And I see why a lot of times, like parents do force their kids to go to college because
Right.
they want to get them a degree, but it's like that degree is not doing anything.
Yeah.
It's really not in today's world, unless like it's
Mhm.
a big career, like I say.
Right.
If it's a big career, all right, cool, that's different. But if it's not, man, that
Yeah.
degree is really not doing anything.
Right. And even if it is, you're always going to be in competition with other people because other
Uh-huh.
people around you are going to have the same degree you do. So it's
So you
like
got to be different.
you got to be different. And
Yeah.
that's like the whole thing. It's like, okay, what do you bring to the table? Because like I said, she's got the same degree.
Yeah.
He's got the same degree. He's actually got more of a degree than you got.
Yeah.
So why should we hire you?
Facts.
And that's like something that they don't
They don't get.
really prepare you for.
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing about it. But yeah, I think definitely like school will be free to some people if
Uh-huh.
depend on certain financial situations.
Yeah.
Some people come from a good background, others not so much.
Facts.
Others are going to end up needing to grab a loan from, student loan or something.
Yeah.
So it all just depends on the situation. I think a lot of people though definitely do like rely on those like they're gonna need a student loan.
Yeah.
So
Then they charge you a lot of interest.
yeah, because they know, and that's another thing too. They're gonna suck you into those student loans too because
Yeah.
they know that that's yeah
That interest,
they're gonna pull you
man.
into that too.
Yeah, but
So it's like it's one of those things of like I guess the moral of the story from this is don't get fooled by what you think you see at 1st. Look
hmm
at it the whole way around.
look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
You
Look at
know,
the bigger picture.
look at the bigger picture, and don't let anyone force you to make that decision. You know, just think about it. You know, think before
Yeah.
you move, because at the end of the day, I hate seeing, like I said before, I hate seeing people start in the real world just in debt. Now they
Yeah.
trying to dig themselves out, when if you thought about it before and you knew that you didn't know what career you want to go down, you
Mhm.
could have saved yourself the headache. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So it's just about us speaking up and want people to make better decisions.
Yeah, because yeah, nobody else will. These schools won't. Like
Yeah.
no one's gonna tell you about these things, and so it's important that somebody does
Facts.
because yeah, who else
Yeah.
will?
So this we coming to the end of the first episode. We had some difficulties with the
We
wires and things like that, but
we'll be all right. I think we just need to reset it, but I mean we're not even using our own setup right now. This is all thanks to where he lives.
no, don't pay attention to them. But there's gonna be more episodes coming.
Yeah.
Um,
If there's we got a couple ideas of things we're gonna talk about. I won't say it yet, but we got some stuff we want to talk about. But I guess if there's any ideas, we're open to ideas.
yeah, we definitely
we're
we
open to
open.
ideas. So
We
we
definitely
might bring
open.
in. We got some other people we might bring in as well. So
Yeah.
this is the first time either one of us ever done a podcast. So
So-
I think it went pretty good.
Yeah, give us some time to get used to it and things like that. But our episodes will be
Yeah.
better in the future.
And the camera, I think
And
the
the camera
camera
will
will be
definitely
better. I
better.
know the camera is like we're on like the farthest zoomed option right now on the phone. So I
Yeah.
think next time we'll get a better tripod and so it
Yeah,
won't be so
everything
like,
will be
tight.
better. Just so give us some grace. But
Give us some grace.
we had a great conversation today, even though
did.
the wires and the technical difficulties we had. But more episodes coming soon.